Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of If It Be Your Will podcast. I'm not going very far here today. As you might have noticed, I've been doing kind of this visiting of Montreal scene, and we have such a great scene in Montreal. I just want to start off by saying that, and that if you aren't listening to a Montreal artist, find one and listen to them. And I have a great example for one that you can listen to today. I have Constantin from General Chaos, who has this 3-piece punk rock band that is just blasting out of a lot of radio speakers nowadays. They just released their latest record, their second LP, called Can't Please 'Em All. And Constantin, thanks so much for carving some time. I've been really excited to talk to you about, because you're a young kid still, or a young man, I should say.
Yeah.
This band of yours, General Chaos, began when you were 12. Is that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It is. It was kind of, we were already playing music and with my drummer, Rémi, and his dad is a friend of Hugo Mudi, who takes care of Pouzza Fest in Montreal. And so he was just like, okay, you guys are playing music. Do you want to play a show? Mind you, we had no band name yet. We had only covers in our set. And he was just like, okay, so you guys are if you guys want, you can play Pouzza Fest in May. So yeah, basically we had 3 months to make a set list and write songs and get it. So yeah, it was and then it happened and it was great. So we just kept on going. We had a lot of fun. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's something to having kind of this deadline pressure, right? Like, okay, we got a show. Now we gotta, who are we? Who are we going to play? Like, it put that pressure on you guys. But if we rewind even more than that, where is it that your flair for music really started to bubble up? You said that even before 12 years old, you guys are playing together, you and Remy are carving your musical kind of journey. How did you guys kind of originally start playing together, and what was your big interest in music? Like what grabbed you about it that really inspired you and wanted you to pursue it?
There was always music around the house.
Yep.
A lot of punk, a lot of pretty much everything. My dad listens to a bunch of everything, like from dub to jazz and classical music and punk. So a lot of that stuff. But so there was constantly music in the house. And then, Remy and I met in like 2nd or 3rd grade. So very young. And we just, during COVID, he was already playing drums. I think that's when I got into Weezer. I got into more Nirvana, Weezer, Green Day, all those kind of 90s bands. And I was just like, well, it just looks like a perfect occasion. I've got a friend who plays drums. I'm into music, and there were guitars around the house all the time. So it felt like the perfect time to start playing guitar. And so I learned during COVID, and we just started playing together.
Cool. And like, what was your process of learning guitar? Like, so you had guitars that were from family members, and then you just picked one up, or did they support you in kind of teaching you how a few chords? And because I know punk music is pretty, I don't want to say basic, but it's standard chordage, right? That you play around with. What was that whole process like of you starting to play guitar and then playing songs with Remy?
So, my dad's a guitar player. So I basically came up to him and went like, I want to play guitar, teach me guitar. And so I think he taught me like the basics. So power chords and simple stuff. And then I learned a lot of things on my own as a person. So I just started learning from that mostly on my own, just by looking at bands play and things like that. So yeah, I didn't want any classes or anything like that.
Right. So you're purely self-taught, watching other people play and like you be playing along to them. Yeah, exactly. That's cool.
I'm not a trained guitar player or musician by any means.
Right.
Yeah.
And what does your dad think of your guitar playing now? Like, does he give you some tips and pointers as you're evolving here into your second LP already at 16?
Well, I think he likes the fact that I'm playing guitar. He's very supportive of the fact that I'm playing in a band and stuff. But yeah, and sometimes he wants me to play things with him. Like we sit down and either he plays the chords or I play the lead. Some like old Django Reinhardt or stuff like that. So yeah.
That's wicked. And was it always your intent to play punk music? Like, was that like when you were first, starting off playing? What was it that you and Remy would play? Like, was it always kind of oriented more towards like the fast, hyper tempo kind of rhythms, like in your face, kind of, edgy, angry a bit? Like, was that something that you guys were attracted to as individuals?
I think it was, but we didn't know it. It was kind of just, we would play a lot of like Ramones, Nirvana, that kind of music with attitude, I'd say. So that was always there. And yeah, we're just playing what we like. We evolve and stuff. So yeah, it's the goal is to have fun. We're just having fun. And then the band side about it is kind of a second priority. So yeah.
Right. Interesting. I mean, do you feel that way just because you have your whole life ahead of you, and like, I mean, all of that business stuff and like promotion and going through the LP cycle? I mean, that's stuff that's there, but at the true essence of it, it's connecting with one another and playing stuff that we both love and writing together and developing new ideas, and like, you can still be safe inside that zone without having to worry about all of the business side of the music industry.
Well, it's very I find both are fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like the whole album rollout process and learning how the music industry works nowadays and stuff. That's really fun, but it's kind of two different mindsets. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's completely different things in our minds as a band.
Right. And what were your first tunes? Like, how did they come about? Your first songs that you were like,
that we wrote?
Yeah, man, maybe I got something here. Maybe hey, we got something here. This kid like come out of the basement into the into the world. Like, did you get a sense as you guys were coming together at that young age that you guys were onto something?
Well, as I said before, we had the first show that we had to write songs. So it was kind of just, we had to write something no matter if it was good or not. But then we had those songs, it's like 3 or 4 songs, and we just started getting better and better from then on. So it was pretty natural, I'd say.
Yeah.
Process.
And do you like that process of writing songs? Like, is that the fun that you were talking about before?
It's fun. Yeah, I like to write the songs, but I like to also, I mean, the best is playing live, playing the songs, like being able to speak what's going on here with all the friends and the crowd and stuff. That's the best.
Yeah. I saw a live video. I think it was a live video, or maybe it was just a video of you guys kind of playing under a overpass.
Yeah, exactly.
A bunch of, people just dancing around and having the greatest time. And you guys just seemed like you were on cloud 9, like just loving the sound, the rawness, the connection with the crowd too, like your people.
Exactly. Well, that's one of the good things about Montreal right now is that the scene is there. And it's a bunch of people like us. And so, yeah, there's a connection automatically.
Absolutely. And there was something that you had said, which I found pretty interesting, that you're not imitating what has happened. You're recreating a new pathway for punk music in Montreal. I mean, because Montreal has had, amazing punk bands in its history. And I read an article where you're saying, yeah, we respect all that, but we're not going to imitate what's already been done. We're forging new highways here with them as our stewards, right? Because they helped inform us as to how punk works and the highlights that could go on with it. What was your, like, can you put more words to that? Like, that one sentence kind of really stuck out to me, that it wasn't about doing what had been done, but where we were going to take it. And so I found really, really mature mindset. How did you, can
Well, I
you
think,
put some meat on that bone for us?
yeah, absolutely. I think it's our job kind of as the new generation to like, okay, it's because ultimately punk is going to die if we just keep doing the same thing. So, well, somebody's got to take it somewhere, or else it's not going to happen anymore. But also there's the kind of the need to do that right now, I feel, because especially in Quebec, there's a big nostalgia problem. Like all the festivals are booking the same old bands and stuff, and they're also crying about punk is dead. Apparently, no, it's not. It's not dead. You just keep booking the same band. So, like, it's kind of a vicious cycle. So, yeah, there's something that, I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good to pair the old bands with the new bands, but you have to start by putting the new bands in there in order for that to happen.
I totally love that. Like,
Yeah.
I am totally behind you on that. Or nothing moves forward, right? We just, like you say, we're spinning this vicious circle and everything's just static. And it's like, shit, if I want to go listen to Sex Pistols, I got a record. I'll just go put it on. Like, it needs to be inspired. And I guess my question is to you is, what do you feel that you're bringing to the Montreal punk scene that is refreshing it? Because it is being this revival that's going on. You guys are infusing this whole new energy into something that has existed here in Montreal for a while. What do you think your angle is, or how you guys are going about that, making sure that you're not just, a hamster in a wheel, just, doing the same old thing? How do you consciously try to make sure that you guys are doing different stuff?
Well, I have no clue, honestly. We just played what we wanted to play, and then it kind of worked and people liked it. So we're just going to keep on doing that. But I mean, I feel like there's a whole new set of problems to sing about and to be angry about, that the like AI and stuff. The kids like us nowadays are gonna have to face that no other generation is going to be able to relate to it. So I think there's that, and we're kind of we're just,
Yeah. Well, I agree with you wholeheartedly. They have movies that are coming out, like, recently there's been like Backstage or Back Scene, where the same kind of thing. It was written, directed by a very young person, and people loved it. Gen Zs flocked to it because it spoke to them in a way that it wasn't a recycling of like Star Wars or Spider-Man, or like, give me a break, speak for me. So you guys are really starting to have the voice of your Gen Zers out there.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we try to do, but it reminds me of it's not, the sentence is not really, that's not what it says, but, for the people, by the people, for the people. It's kind of by the youth, for the youth, I guess.
Totally. Totally.
The youth of now can only relate to the youth of now.
Yeah.
We can't. Yeah, that's it.
Yep, absolutely. And what do you think that you guys are doing that you're connecting with your generation so well? Like, I know that you guys are talking about things that affect you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Were you surprised by just like the reaction of your peers, of like, fuck, man, I love this stuff, what you're doing. Keep doing it. Like, the encouragement must have been through the roof. Like,
I mean, yeah. A lot of the people who come to our shows, or the band, we don't know them. Like, we didn't even know. Personally, I don't really have punk friends. It's kind of just I'm like, there's so little. I mean, there is a scene, but there's not many punks in Montreal right now. But when the shows happen, I get to see how much youth is interested in the movement. So that kind of makes you happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you noticing that people are starting to sing along to your songs as well as you're playing them?
That was surprising, but it happened, especially with the new album and stuff. So that was cool.
That's amazing.
Really fun.
Congrats on it.
Thanks.
Like, I'm not a huge punk fan by any means, but I loved that you guys were so young, that you were from Montreal, and this enthusiasm that I saw through your music. And I will tell you, I've been listening to your record quite a bit over the last couple of weeks, and I really find that it's very mature for what you guys put out. I mean, it's a very thoughtful, angry, questioning, and it's a lot of like shining lights on issues I think that younger people are having to deal with nowadays, similar to what you said about AI. How did it all come together, this latest record? What was I read that you did it over 3 days. It was a 3-day recording process. What did you come into the studio with? Were the songs pretty well vetted?
Yeah,
like
they were
right?
pretty much done.
Okay.
We had done pre-production before, but yeah, it was pretty much ready, and we just recorded. We didn't have time to mess around.
Right.
Only in 3 days.
And did you know you only had 3 days? Like, that was it? That's all the time you had?
Yeah.
And were you recording together, or did you record each person individually?
We did everybody in the same room. We recorded drums, bass, just everything but vocals. And then I did guitar overdubs on top of what we had already recorded. And then I recorded the vocals. We also did gang vocals in the big room with a bunch of our friends. So that was cool. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Yeah.
And were these songs like pre-songs before, like they were written in between Out of My Way that came out in 2024? The songs that appear on Can't Please Them All were written in between the two records.
They were, I know that 65 Cadillac and Wilder Days were written like after we recorded Out of My Way, but before it came out. Because there was like a 7 months, I think we recorded it in January of 2024 and it came out in September. So that's like six months. So since I was still writing songs, I wrote those two in that time period, and I just kept going and with the new ones. Pretty much, I'd say like on average, maybe I get a song a month done. So yeah.
Yeah. Because I noticed too, like there's a lot of lyrics in your songs because you'll say them pretty quickly, right? So you need a good chunk of lyrics. And I found that they were very well written, and like you really have to say a lot really quickly. Does that take a lot of practice to get that style down, or that rhythm down? Yeah.
I think so. It's kind of, again, it's pretty natural because when we learn the songs, when I show the band the songs, I already know the lyrics, but then as we play them and lock them in and play them live and over again, they kind of speed up, kind of unintentionally, but so it means maybe the recorded version is faster than what it was originally.
Okay.
So it kind of goes naturally. Practice.
Yeah. Well, as all things, right? Constantin, that's totally. And like, how do you guys feel about this latest LP? Kind of like, it came out in May. It's been, kind of on the airwaves and in the ether there for a while. How do you guys feel about it? How do you feel like people are responding to it, and are they getting kind of what your intent was behind it?
I think they are. The reaction's great, I guess. Well, it's better than the first one because the first album was completely independent DIY. So, yeah, I mean, it's the first time we're putting something out on a label that's fun. It's helping us a lot. Yeah, but I think overall we're pretty happy with it. There was nothing. It couldn't really go that wrong. It couldn't. Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty happy with it.
Amazing. Well, you should be. All three of you should be. And so, Connie, when the song comes in, are you like, do you give freedom to Remy and I don't want to get her name wrong.
Yeah, Ode.
Do you give them kind of permission to kind of like add their flair to the thing? Like, even though you're kind of like, you have the lyrics and kind of the basic chordage of what's going on, like, how do they contribute to making it general chaos?
I just get like the chords and lyrics for like verse, chorus, maybe like a break or a solo or something like that. And then I just show it to them and I go like, let's do what you think is right. And then, yeah.
So there's a lot of trust between the three of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And are you guys still in school or
We just we're in our final exam week right now, all of us. So, my last ever exam is tomorrow. And then I'm done.
You did your English and your French history exams. That's all done. So the three you graduate this year, like, this is your amazing. And what are your plans as the band moving forward after high school? And like, what do you guys hope for? Or what are your plans if you have any?
Another album.
Yep.
I'm already writing stuff. So it's going to come fairly quickly, but Aude and Rémi are going in music au Cégep.
What?
And I'm going to do a DEP, which is like trade school, but in electricity, to be an electrician. So,
yeah, amazing. That's a great trade. Yeah, big bucks and you get a stage right out of the certificate. It's such a great option.
And to do music on the side, too.
Yeah, totally. Well, I'm excited for your future, the next chapters that are going to be coming. I guess my last question for you is, so there's a new record that will be coming down the road. Are you guys going to be touring more? Are you hitting some more shows, some more festivals? Can you guys yet play in bars yet? Or are you still, so everything has to be either festival or an all age show?
Exactly.
Or playing underneath the overpass?
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, we've got a lot of cool festivals coming up. We've got we're opening for Offspring at MTLUS in August. That's gonna be really cool. Yeah, and we're probably gonna do we were talking about going outside of Quebec, more in Ontario, maybe the West Coast, stuff like that. So, but yeah, there's more to come.
Oh, there's more to come. I think you guys have just written chapter 1, maybe chapter 2. Yeah. You got 50 other chapters to write. I'm really excited for you guys. And I think this record really is going to propel you guys even further into people's ears and knowing. I just wish you have a great summer. All the best to you and your band, and I'll be looking out for the next LP, and I might even show up at TELUS. I'd love to see you guys play live. There must be such energy from what I've seen anyway. You guys put on a hell of a show. So
thanks so much, Chris.
Yeah, appreciate it a lot, and you take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too. Thanks. Have a great summer.
Cheers.